which is okay. So she suggested one of these anger control seminars, you know. So I read the brochure, but being in the same room with 10 other really pissed off guys didn't really appeal to me at that point, you know? We have a lot of fun together, my wife and I. We rent a lot of movies together, and the only problem is we have absolutely contrary styles of watching films that we rent, you know? Like, I have to immerse myself in the film, become totally ensconced, or I can't follow along. My wife, on the other hand, she likes to chat a little bit during the film. So last week, we rented this movie, The Piano, starring Holly Hunter. She plays a self-imposed mute. She doesn't say one word during the entire film, giving my wife ample opportunity to chat. The movie starts, I'm enjoying myself. All of a sudden, this barrage of questioning, you know? Oh, this is going to be great, isn't it? I sure hope so. This is made in New Zealand. Did you know that? No, I didn't. Jane Campion's the director. Oh, is that right? Do you want some popcorn? No, I'm okay. You want something to drink? No, that's all right. Boy, there's not much dialogue in this movie, is there? Kind of ironic, isn't it, honey? Hey, isn't that Harvey Keitel? Yes, it is. Wasn't he in Bad Lieutenant? He sure was. Is that Sam Neill? Yes, it is. Was he in Jurassic Park? He sure was. Did you like that movie? I sure did. Boy, I'd love to try acting. Well, why don't you try acting like Holly Hunter here for a while? I saw that Perfect World recently, too. And I learned something in the movie. I actually learned that Jehovah's Witnesses will not participate in Halloween. I don't know if it's part of their religion. I'm pretty sure they just don't like it when strangers go up to their doors and bother them. You got to give anybody credit who can stand by their religious principles, you know, because it's a very difficult thing to do, especially today, you know. But I wouldn't want to be a Jehovah up in heaven, especially if, you know, you get there and you realize maybe you should have been a Catholic, you know. All of a sudden, boom, you're dead. Boom, you're in heaven. There's St. Peter's Gate staring you in the face. You're knocking on the door, ringing the bell. St. Peter's behind the gate. Okay, everybody, pretend you're not home. I don't know a lot about most religions. I know the Mormons. I was in Utah performing. And the Mormons, oh, they're also known as Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And I don't know about you, but I don't trust any religion with an alias. We don't watch a lot of television because there's just not a lot of good programming on. You know, sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. The American television is very insipid and inane, you know. You ever see the show America's Funniest Home Videos? You know, this Bob Saget, he has to be the corniest, sappiest guy on the face of the earth, you know. Like a poke a stick in Bob's eye and say, here, put that in your show. What do you think of that, Bob? You know? Yeah. The whole point of the show is watching these people hurt themselves on television. That's what it is, you know. Bob's job is to narrate this. Okay, first we have Billy being dragged down the back lane by his father's station wagon. Look how his little head bounces up and down out the concrete. Video number 2 features the Johnson twins playing in their sandbox. Uh-oh, here comes Rusty, the next door neighbor's Rottweiler. Look how he throws those kids up and down in the air like that. End of the show, he gives each video this cutesy little name. Who's gonna be this week, folks? Billy the Bumper Boy. Rottweiler Buffet, or Hemophiliacs touring the razor blade factory. The CBC was actually going to come up with a show of their own. I don't know if you know that. Of course, not as much money in the budget. It was going to be called Canada's Funniest Home Slides. Here's Grandpa just about to step on the rake in his backyard. I guess the worst thing that happens to me when we go out, my wife and I, is when we go to a party and the whole dynamic of the party can change because somebody wants to play one of these parlor games, you know? You ever played that Pictionary game? It's never the guy's idea to play this game, is it, huh? You never see the guys carrying a couple of 2-4s, kick the front door, and okay, get that Pictionary game. What do you say? It's always the girls' idea. They're off in the kitchen talking about something intelligent the guys don't understand. They're watching football, drinking beer. All of a sudden from the kitchen, hey, let's play Pictionary. All the guys, oh, we'd rather slide naked down a cheese grater back here, honey. How do you think? And I guess I don't like the game because I possess no artistic talent whatsoever. My wife can draw anything. Doesn't matter what the word is. Could be some obscure mammal. Draws it in 5 seconds. The whole team. Duck-billed platypus. My turn. I have no chance unless the word is stickman. We're playing one time. I get the word eyeglasses. Finally, something I can handle. 2 circles and a couple of hooks. Little thing in the middle to connect it. You can't mistake that for much else, unless you've got 3 of the drunkest guys in town on your team. So I draw this thing, 2 circles, couple hooks. I got these idiots. Brazier! Broken bicycle! Wheels and canes. Oh, I gotta give him a hint. What are you, blind? Wheels and white canes. By the end of the game, they're not even trying, I get another phrase, I draw it. How about a guy frying his own penis? How about that, huh? What's the matter with you, huh? It's Peter Pan. Well, you've been a really nice crowd, folks, and I want to thank you for coming out, and take care.
Very talented comedian. He is a regular performer at the Riviera Country Club in Las Vegas, Nevada, and he can be seen there next month. Please welcome Bruce Clark.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I was at the doctor earlier in the week, and I don't like going to the doctor for the simple reason that all your toes don't have official names. Yeah. Your fingers have names: the thumb, the index, the middle, the ring, and the pinky. And the toes, it's simply the big toe and the little toe. It's so embarrassing telling the doctor, yeah, I stubbed the one that had roast beef. That was your mother's obligation, doing this little piggy and making sure you washed your hands, you know? It never made any sense to me a lot of times, though. I'd be in the backyard playing for half a day. My dad would yell, "Hey, the hot dogs are ready." "All right, let's eat." My mom right away, "Hey, wash your hands." "I'm starving." "Wash your hands. What, do you want to get sick or something?" I run in the house, wash my hands, come running out, hold up the bun. My dad puts the wiener into the bun. It rolls off into the grass. I start crying, "My hot dog." What does my mom say? "Hey, what's the matter with you? A little dirt never hurt anybody, huh?" Totally illogical, her logic. Absolutely illogical. You know, I'd ask for a sip of beer. "Oh, no, certainly not. You're only 9. I'd try that kid thing. "Well, hey, you're having one." She'd pull that mother tire. "Do you think I'm having a beer? You can have a beer? If I jump off a bridge, are you going to jump off a bridge?" "Oh, you jump off a bridge, I'm having a beer." Now we go to my mother's for holidays, back to Canada, and she wants to play Pictionary all the time, you know? This game, you know, you get a word or a phrase, you draw it, the rest of your team guesses what it is. Fun for the entire family, unless you're like me and you possess absolutely no artistic talent whatsoever. My wife, on the other hand, she can draw anything, you know? Doesn't matter what the word is, could be some obscure mammal from Australia. She draws it in 5 seconds, the whole team, "Oh, duck-billed platypus." My turn, I have no chance unless the word is stickman. So we're playing this one particular time, and finally, I get something I can finally handle. Eyeglasses is the word. Finally, oh, thank you. You know, 2 circles, couple of hooks, little thing in the middle, no problem. Although I have all the guys in my team. They happen to all be wearing eyeglasses. Looking through their eyeglasses at my eyeglasses, they start yelling the most ridiculous things they can think of. Brazier. Broken bicycle. Wheels and canes. Now I've got to give these morons a hint, you know? What are you, blind, huh? Oh, wheels and white canes. Far too frustrating. I prefer to rent movies as a source of entertainment. Although that can be a source of frustration for myself as well, because my wife and I have absolutely contrary styles of watching films we rent. You know? You might be like us as a couple, where I have to actually immerse myself in the movie, become totally ensconced, or I can't follow along. My wife, on the other hand, she likes to chat a little bit during the film. So last week we rent this movie, The Piano, starring Holly Hunter. She plays a self-imposed mute. She doesn't say one word during the entire film, giving my wife ample opportunity to chat. The movie starts, I'm enjoying myself. All of a sudden, this barrage of questioning. "Oh, this is going to be great, isn't it?" "Yes, I hope so. This is made in New Zealand. Did you know that?" "No, I didn't. Maybe we should go there for a holiday one day." "Maybe we should. Would you like some popcorn?" "I don't think she wants some drink." "No, I'm okay. This little girl's terrific, isn't she?" "She sure is." "Boy, there sure isn't much dialogue in this movie, is there?" Kind of ironic, isn't it, honey, huh? "Hey, isn't that Harvey Keitel?" "Yes, it is." "What has he been in?" "Bad Lieutenant," "Taxi Driver," "Pulp Fiction." "That was a great movie." "It sure was." "Hey, isn't that Sam Neill?" "Sure is." "Wasn't he in Jurassic Park?" "He sure was." "Did you like that movie?" "I sure did." "Hey, that's Holly Hunter. She's a great actress. I'd sure love to try that." "Well, why don't you try acting like Holly Hunter here for a while?" You know, the only movie I've seen lately, I rented Perfect World, and it was a good film. I learned something in the movie. I learned that Jehovah's Witnesses don't celebrate Halloween. Yeah, I don't know if it's part of the religion. I'm pretty sure they just don't like it when strangers go up to their doors and annoy them. Thank you very much.
Bruce Clark. Thank you, Bruce. Good work.
Thank you very much, sir.
Be right back with the tractors right after that. Bruce Clark.
what are you doing tonight?
Watching Bruce Clarkson comics.
Pretty funny, eh?
That's hilarious.
And now your starting lineup for tonight's episode of Comics. From Winnipeg, number 17, Bruce Clark.
Hey, thanks a lot, folks. What a nice welcome. Come back to Canada from Los Angeles. I moved from Winnipeg to LA. I know what you think. I know Los Angeles, really dangerous, inhospitable people, but as soon as we got there, the welcome wagon came and did a drive-by shooting just to make us feel at home. That was really nice. Oh, I'm feeling a little tired, folks. I had a little nap earlier, and I don't know if you're like me. You ever do that? You come home after a hard day and you fall asleep watching the 6 o'clock news, you know? You fall into one of those deep 2-minute sleeps. You start dreaming away. All of a sudden you wake up. I gotta go to work. You sit back and you realize, hey, wait a second, I've been unemployed for a year and a half. Well, why talking about work, huh? I'm feeling good. I had a pinched nerve in my back, and I finally got over it. I go to the chiropractor to ask the guy if he can help me out. I tell him my back is sore right here above the hip. He says, what you need is a neck adjustment. Yeah. So he throws me on this table, grabs my chin in my head, and he goes, oh, that's better, thanks. Yeah, that's terrific. My back's not sore at all anymore. My neck's killing me, but that'll be all right. $65, that's what he charged me for that little procedure. Couldn't believe it, $65. I got a great practical joke you can play on the chiropractor next time you go in. As soon as he wants to give that neck adjustment, makes that horrendous noise with your neck, just say to him, geez, I can't feel my legs. He'll actually pass out right in front of you. You can dig through his wallet, get your $65 back if you want, you know? I'm complaining about the high cost of the procedure. I'm cheap, you know. I said, $65. Come on. He says, well, you can come on Wednesdays. That's when the chiropractic students are here. And you can get it done for nothing. That's what you want to hear as you're laying on the table. Okay, Bob, try that neck adjustment for the first time. Give it a whack there, huh? You've pulled his head off. How about that, huh? That's going to be a D-. Somebody want to pick up the head in front of the table over there? Send it to the beauty school. They can practice combing hair for a while. I was going to try this acupuncture. I didn't trust the guy. He says, oh, your back is sore. I'll just take this needle and shove it underneath your knee. That'll fix your back. Now, how the hell did they discover acupuncture? That's what I want to know. Some guy coming home late from a party, had a really bad hangover, stepped on a nail. Hey, my headache's good. I tried a conventional medicine. I go to the doctor's. I'm sitting there, you know, in the doctor's office reading this magazine, and there's this article on obsessive compulsive behavior, and I must have read that thing 100 times. I don't like going to the doctor for the simple reason all your toes don't have official names. That's why I don't like going to the doctor. Your fingers have names: the thumb, the index, the middle, the ring, and the pinky. The toes, it's just the big toe and the little toe. You know how embarrassing it is telling the doctor, yeah, I stubbed the one that had roast beef. My doctor, not too bright. No, that one had none, you idiot. Keep going. Didn't you have a mother, huh? I'm trying to take care of my health. I take vitamins. I was in the vitamin store the other day. I pick up these vitamins. They call them smart drugs. Apparently a multivitamin that'll increase your intelligence. But I don't think they should call them drugs, you know. It's going to send the wrong impression, especially the older folk, you know. Little Johnny come home late one night, you know, the old man waiting up for him. All right, where are you tonight? Well, Father, I was attending a symposium. We were discussing the fall of communism in Eastern Europe and how it's affected the socio-economic fabric of the Western world. What are you, stoned? There's actually a bar in San Francisco that takes these vitamins, mixes them with fruit juices. That's all they serve, smart drinks. But it's bad enough having a hangover on booze in the morning, isn't it, folks? Huh? Imagine going out, having 9 or 10 of these smart drinks, get up the next day, huh? Oh, geez, last night, I was clever. United States, you have to have health insurance. Canada, socialized medicine. Some strange things go on in the United States, in the bigger cities. I was in New York recently, and while I was there, this individual cut his own arm off with a bread knife. Isn't that amazing? Happy ending to the story, though. It's a true story. Ambulance picks him and the arm up. He's passed out, loss of blood. They take him and the arm to the hospital, reattach his arm in a miraculous 9.5-hour operation. Now, folks, I have trouble cutting through a crusty roll with a bread knife. It must have taken this guy the better part of a day to get his arm off. Could you imagine the look on his face when he woke up from that surgery? Oh, for crying out loud. All right, how the hell did that get back there, huh? How am I supposed to get that handicap sticker for the car now? Now he's going to make up some ludicrous story because, you know, insurance isn't going to cover self-mutilation. Well, I was making myself a tomato sandwich. Apparently he wanted to cut both his arms off, but he wasn't thinking ahead. If you're going to do home amputation, start with a flowchart. That's my advice to you, folks. It's amazing what they can do health-wise, you know. I was watching this documentary on the Discovery Channel, and they showed this liver transplant. Boy, I found it absolutely fascinating. There was a 65-year-old man. He was an alcoholic his entire life. He gave him a brand new liver. And I thought it was great they could give the guy a new lease on life, but I found it rather ironic that they delivered the new liver in a beer cooler. All right, Mr. Johnson, as soon as we get that new liver installed, we got a couple of frosty ones waiting for you. That's right. So I am married. I got married a few years ago, and I enjoy it. I love it. It's a lot of fun. We have a great relationship. The only problem with it is I never know what to get my wife for an anniversary gift because those guidelines always throw me off, you know? Like first year is supposed to be paper. So naturally, I assume second and third is rocks and scissors. I married an older woman, which is a great thing to do. I'll give anybody the advice, a younger guy, marry somebody older, because the maturity level tends to balance everything off. You know, the experience. And every month, boy, that pension check, that sure comes in handy, too. Yeah, the pension check. My wife brings home this gift for me the other day in the form of a book, and I hope it was a joke, because the title of the book was Satisfy Your Woman Every Time and Have Her Beg for More. Hey, well, thanks for the ego stroke, honey. Thank you very much. Yeah. I'm open-minded. I figure there's always room for improvement, right? She goes out shopping. I figure I'll read the book. She gets home. A little bit of magic. I start reading this book, some very arousing descriptions and photographs of all these new sexual techniques and positions. You know? My wife gets home an hour later expecting great sex, and I'm finished. Guy can only take so much, huh? I got her back to him on the bed. Hey, thanks for the book. And you know, I'm exhausted, please. And when are you going shopping, Ian? I got to plan my week here, huh? She's a very pretty girl, and she was showing me this ad for a makeover contest, which she doesn't need, you know. But everybody knows what that makeover deal is. You know, you get a new hairdo and new makeup, you're supposed to look better. And this contest, what they wanted you to do is send in a photograph of yourself and accompany the photograph with a letter explaining why you need the makeover. Sounds a little redundant, doesn't it? Like the photograph's not enough evidence. A picture paints 1,000 words. What the hell are you going to put in the letter? Dear sirs, see photo. But the women's movement, it's making strides, I guess. Sometimes I think in the wrong direction. I was in San Francisco recently, and there was a course offered at this college that I was performing at that women could take so they could learn how to fake an orgasm. Now, I don't know about the rest of you guys sitting here, but I don't want to be hanging around the halls at exam time. Huh? Yeah. Like the male gender needs more pressure when it comes to being romantic, you know? Get into bed with your wife or girlfriend. Big diploma hanging over the headboard. Couple of trophies on the night table. We have no children. I don't know if I could raise children properly because I think my mother screwed me up. She didn't abuse me. It was just her logic that didn't make any sense to me, you know? It just didn't make any sense whatsoever. You know, I'd be playing out in the backyard, having a good time. We'd be having a barbecue, you know? All of a sudden she yelled, okay, the hot dogs are ready. Right away, well, let's eat hot dogs. Oh, wash your hands first. I'm starving, wash your hands. Oh, wash your hands first. What, do you want to get sick or something? You run in the house, wash your hands, come running out, hold out the bun. Your dad puts the wiener into the bun, it rolls off into the grass. I start crying. What does your mom say? Hey, what's the matter with you? A little dirt never hurt anybody, huh? Or you wanted a sip of beer. You're a kid. That's what kids love is beer. Kids and dogs, we all know, love beer. That's the rule, you know? Hey, Mom, can I have a sip of your beer? Well, certainly not. You're only 9. You try that kid thing. Well, you're having one. Right away, that whole long speech. Oh, you think I'm having one? You can have one, huh? If I jump off a bridge, are you going to jump off a bridge, too? No, you jump off a bridge, I'm having a beer. It'll be block party time if you're jumping off bridges, London. So my wife, I have a temper. You wouldn't know what a comedian with a temper. People always think we're mild-mannered, but I have a really bad temper, and my wife wanted me to get some help for it, you know?